I won't do anything if I don't risk being embarrassed. Like now, I want to fight this young mother.
Me and Mike Tyson fighting. The vision I had, it's within me to be a fighter.
Jake Paul has done the unthinkable. In a fight that shocked the world, the social media sensation turned professional boxer defeated none other than the legendary Mike Tyson. A towering figure in boxing history, Tyson's ferocity, knockout power, and storied legacy made him the clear favorite in this bout. Yet Jake Paul defied all odds, proving his critics wrong and cementing his place in the boxing world with this monumental victory. Tyson, known for his unparalleled dominance during his prime, was more than a fighter. He was an icon. His devastating knockouts and intimidating presence made him one of the most feared athletes in combat sports history. Many questioned Jake Paul's decision to take on such a monumental challenge. Was it hubris? A mere spectacle? Or did Jake have something to prove to the world? As it turned out, it was all about proving himself as more than just a YouTuber or a passing fad in the sport of boxing. From the moment this fight was announced, Jake knew the enormity of the task before him. Tyson, even at 54 years old, remained a formidable opponent. Although no longer in his prime, his power and experience posed a significant threat. For Jake, this wasn't just a match, it was the ultimate test, a chance to show that his dedication to boxing was serious and that he could hang with the best. Jake Paul's transformation, from social media star to boxing contender. When Jake Paul first entered the world of boxing, he was met with widespread skepticism. Many dismissed him as a celebrity dabbling in the sport for attention, but Jake was determined to prove otherwise. With each fight, he refined his skills, silenced doubters, and steadily built a reputation as a legitimate competitor. By the time the Tyson fight became a reality, Jake had already shown he could compete in the ring. Still, facing a legend like Tyson was a different kind of challenge altogether. To prepare, Jake embarked on the most intense training camp of his career. He enlisted world-class trainers, sparred with elite fighters, and analyzed every detail of his game. Every aspect of his technique, footwork, defense, punching accuracy, and stamina was scrutinized and improved. He didn't just prepare physically, he also worked on his mental game, knowing that facing Tyson would be as much a psychological battle as a physical one. The fight plan: strategy over power. Jake Paul's game plan against Tyson was meticulous and strategic. He knew that trading punches with Tyson would be a mistake. Tyson's knockout power was legendary, and one clean hit could end the fight. Instead, Jake focused on using his youth, speed, and endurance to his advantage. He aimed to outthink and outmaneuver the older fighter. From the opening bell, Jake showcased his strategy. He maintained distance with a sharp, consistent jab, frustrating Tyson's attempts to close the gap. His footwork was flawless, keeping him out of range of Tyson's dangerous power punches. Rather than trying to emulate Tyson's aggressive style, Jake stuck to his own strengths, focusing on precision and patience. This tactical approach allowed him to control the pace of the fight and avoid falling into Tyson's traps.
The ultimate disruptor, taking on the baddest man on the planet. July 20th, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. It will be a massive, biggest event in our defeat, Arlington, Texas. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Mental toughness, the key to victory. One of Jake's most impressive qualities during the fight was his mental toughness. Facing a legend like Tyson can be an intimidating experience, even for seasoned professionals. Yet Jake showed no signs of fear or hesitation. He remained composed, sticking to his game plan even as Tyson pressed forward with his signature aggression. This mental resilience was critical, especially in the early rounds when Tyson unleashed his power in an attempt to secure a quick victory. Jake's ability to weather Tyson's early storm and remain focused was a testament to his growth as a fighter. He didn't allow the pressure or Tyson's reputation to shake him. Instead, he adapted, capitalizing on Tyson's mistakes and turning the fight in his favor. The turning point: outsmarting a legend. The fight's momentum shifted as the rounds progressed. Tyson, despite his relentless efforts, began to tire. His punches lacked the same speed and precision as they had in the opening rounds, and Jake seized the opportunity to take control. In the 6th round, Jake landed a perfectly timed left hook that stunned Tyson, marking the beginning of the end for the boxing icon. Jake's tactical brilliance shone as he exploited Tyson's vulnerabilities. Every missed punch from Tyson opened the door for Jake's counterattacks. By the later rounds, it was clear that Jake had outclassed Tyson in both strategy and execution. The younger fighter's ability to stay one step ahead of his opponent was the defining factor in his victory. A victory that redefined boxing. When the final bell rang, there was no doubt about the outcome. Jake Paul had not only survived against one of the greatest boxers in history, but had decisively defeated him. As the referee raised his hand in victory, the crowd erupted in disbelief and admiration. This wasn't just an upset, it was a moment that redefined perceptions of Jake Paul and the sport itself. Jake's victory over Tyson is more than a personal triumph. It's a statement. It signifies a shift in the boxing landscape, where traditional boundaries are being challenged and new stars are emerging. Jake Paul has proven that with hard work, determination, and the right mindset, even the most insurmountable challenges can be overcome. What's next for Jake Paul? With this historic win, Jake Paul has silenced his critics and solidified his place in the boxing world. No longer seen as just a social media personality, he has earned respect as a legitimate fighter. The question now is, what's next? Will he continue to climb the ranks, taking on more elite opponents, or will this victory against Tyson be the crowning achievement of his career? Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain. Jake Paul's victory over Mike Tyson will be remembered as a defining moment in boxing history. It's a testament to the power of perseverance, preparation, and the belief that anything is possible. But not everyone likes it, actually. A lot of people hated it.
This fight sucked gorilla balls. I hated it. A roided up 27-year-old fighting a 58-year-old senior citizen should have been illegal in the first place. I was already expecting to be disappointed, but was still blown out of the water with how bad it really was. I called it back in March, saying that this fight would suck, and that the Paul sisters were very good at generating hype only to deliver a letdown, and both those things happened. But still, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was a giant economic success. The Netflix servers were overloaded with how many people were trying to watch it. So money grab fights and mediocrity are now literally being celebrated. And it's so sad to see how far the business of boxing has really fallen. This is why Dana White is the absolute best when it comes to the fight game. Say what you will about him, but he is the John Jones of promoters. Every week he puts on fights where the best fights the best. No gimmick bullshit. And I hear Jake Paul is going to be announcing his next opponent really soon.
What are your thoughts on the fight? Did you enjoy it? Or were you not a fan? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more.